Yo, what's up guys, it's Shady here, and today we're here with our week 3 game for the UPBA. This week we're going up against Coach Dreadful Dragonite and his Los Ampharos. Make sure to go check him out. His stuff is in the description below, and in fact I uploaded a video, I think it would have been yesterday. Yeah, it'd be yesterday of me actually playing him in LC Wi-Fi, APA LC Wi-Fi, and we actually locked him there. So it'd be cool to get our revenge here. There's not going to be a layout once again. There's not going to be any editing like with putting teams on screen and all that. I'm still just trying to get it caught up on uploads. After this we have our week 2 game for APA LC, and then our week 11 game for APA Academy. From there we'll be all caught up on uploads, and I'll get back and starting to do my layouts like usual. And I might try to like maybe get some team builders like slides sort of things that, like, if you watch Aaron 2for20's videos, I really love his like slides at the beginning. So that might be something I might try to start doing. Might try to start making some. So we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, getting a little sidetracked, we're gonna hop into this battle. It is kind of a long one. Quickly I'm gonna run through my team and his team and the team that we brought. We're still packing the same team. We haven't made any transactions. We got Zera, Aura, Infernape, Tangrowth, Donphan, Mega Aggron, Aromatisse, Gastrodon, Golbat, Dusknoir, Kyurem, and Alakazam, with our Zmons being Infernape and the Dusknoir. And he has and his team is Mega Altaria, Weavile, Scizor, Gliscor, Miltank, Blastoise, Blacephalon, Ninchao, Lycanroc Day, Doublade, and Zebstrika, and his 2 Zmons are Weavile and Lycanroc Day. So, those are our full teams, our full rosters. I'll quickly read off the team that we brought against him. We brought a physically defensive Mega Aggron with 44 attack. I want to say that ensured that Fire Punch to a KO defensive Mega Scizor. No, that's not right, because I feel like Fire Punch would kill no matter what. I don't know, but it was there for something. We're bringing Heavy Slam, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Rest. Heavy Slam for Stab. And obviously Fire Punch for that regular Scizor. Ice Punch for the Gliscor. I think it was for Gliscors with the Ice Punch damage, or the attack investment was, and then just rest to get back some health. We got a Roselli Berry, Kyurem with Ice Beam, HP Fire, Toxic Roost. I was pretty scared of Dragon Dance Mega Altaria. I was scared of Mega Altaria in general. Just that special attacking one could be scary, and I mean, even in the back of my mind, a Cotton Guard set would have been scary, but I didn't. That was kind of like the last set I put on my priority. I definitely thought stopping DD and toppling a especially offensive one was more important. So that's kind of why this Kyurem's here. Ice Beam, HP Fire, Toxic Roost. Ice Beam obviously for stab, HP Fire to hit that Scizor. Toxic for residual damage on his team. A lot of his team is pretty bulky. And then Roost, Roselli Berry, maybe we can live a +1 return and do a lot of damage with an Ice Beam. So I'm hoping that would be nice. We got a specially defensive Aromatisse with a Moonblast, Wish, Toxic Protect. Toxic obviously will down his team. Moonblast hit, just have an attacking move, and then Wish Protect, Wish to heal up members of our team. I cannot talk, such as the Mega Aggron, so we don't have to rest with it, or the Dusknoir, and then Protect just to guarantee we get our own Wish off. We have our Dusknoir with the leftovers. It was physically defensive for his, I think it was for his Minshao. Yeah, just mainly his Minshao. I did not have a good switch into that. Shadow Sneak, Fire Punch, Toxic Pain Split, Toxic to whittle down his team, Pain Split to try to get health back a little bit, Fire Punch for that Mega Scizor, and Shadow Sneak just to hit his team. We got an Infernape with Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Dusknoir, Mach Punch. With the Fire EMZ, I thought this set just ran through his team pretty well. And we have an extra Bell Zero Aura with Thunderbolt, HP Ice, Close Combat, and Volt Switch. Once again, I thought this ran through his team pretty well. So yeah, that's the team we decided to bring. I'm gonna quickly, we can just quickly look at his matchup. He brought the Gliscor, the Mega Altaria, the Weavile, the Minshao, the Blastoise, and the Blacephalon. So I know Scizor was nice. We did bring a lot for it. we brought pretty much a move that hit it really hard on every mono except for like Aromatisse. So that was pretty interesting. He did bring the Gliscor. I'm not really too scared of that. Mega Altaria, pretty scared of that. Weavile, I mean, I got Zero Aura that outspeeds. I got Mach Punch on Infernape. And then Mega Aggron can eat up low kicks from it. I just needed maybe Scout for like the Z Focus Punch. But I definitely think he's going to be low kick, honestly. But maybe he'll be Z Focus Punch. Minxiao, very scary. If my Dusknoir gets killed, my team just falls apart to it. Blastoise, just a defensive set. I mean, Zero Aura, and then, you know, the amount of toxic mons I have on my team should be able to do well enough against it. And the Blacephalon, also a very scary mon I did not mention when quickly running through my team. Really all I have is Hooters, or Aromatisse to, like, toxic it, and then hopefully, like, stall it down enough. Otherwise, we almost get swept by it. So, playing around that Blacephalon and that Altaria are definitely going to be the two biggest things I have to do here. So yeah, let's just hop into this. Once again, like with the past couple battles I've been doing, I haven't watched this back like I usually do, and this battle happened like a week ago or so. And I know there's a lot of repeating turns and just stuff like that, so I may get a couple of things wrong here and there. I'll try my best not to, though. Try to remember the best I can. I decided to lead off with Kyurem. Kyurem matched up pretty well against his entire team. Worst case, he led, I think, Weavile probably. No. Worst case, he led Minxiao. Otherwise, I could just stay in an Ice Beam or Toxic with anything else on his team. He can lead off with the Gliscor. That's a perfect lead for us. We can just fire off the Ice Beam. If he swaps into what pretty much his only switching was Blastoise, because he didn't know what kind of set I am. If I have like Draco, he's not going to Weavile on it. So he's just going to go into his Blastoise here, and he's going to eat the hit. That's fine with me, though, because I can just fire off the Toxic this turn and start whittling down this Blastoise as he gets its leftovers up. He's just going to swap, though, I guess predicting me to swap, thinking that I really couldn't touch it too much. Or maybe he was predicting the Toxic, I'm not really too sure. But nonetheless, we're going to just Toxic this Gliscor. Not that big of a deal, because as you'll see, and as you probably presumed, he is going to be the Toxic Word Poison Heal set, so he was going to get the Poison Heal no matter what. So here I'm just going to fire off an Ice Beam again, no reason to over-predict or nothing. He's just going to go into his Blastoise here and take the Ice Beam extremely well. Just based on the damage it's doing, he's pretty specially defensive, so that's something to keep in mind. I mean, I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought he'd be physically defensive for my Infernape, but I mean, obviously not. And we'll kind of see why that is. I think right now, as I Toxic this Blastoise here, my thing is kind of slowing down here a bit, but yeah. Here he's going to actually end up going for the Curse. I did not expect that whatsoever when prepping. And so that explains why he's actually specially defensive. And I really don't have a lot to stop this Blastoise, honestly, other than Zero Aura in the back. And just Toxicking, whittling this thing down, hoping he doesn't have, like, Refresh or Rest or anything like that. So I'm just going to stay here and Ice Beam over and over again. Just because I'm going to see if he has Rest. If he goes for Rest, that's my best bet. To kind of do anything, and here he's gonna Curse again. And honestly, if this like screamed to me that he had a Rest, because otherwise he would just keep setting up with the thing. He'd like swap and then maybe try to conserve it for the Infernape. Even if he is specially defensive, he can still take a hit from my Infernape and do a lot with a Scald or Liquidation. He would have Liquidation on the set considering he's Curse. So here I go into my Zero Aura predicting the Rest. And that's what he actually does. He does just click the Rest here, and now we scare this thing out completely. I really want to click the HP Ice, but if it was Sleep Talk, Liquidation at +2, I don't think it was killing, but it was doing a lot of damage, and I didn't want to take that damage because that would put me in Weavile's Ice Shard range. So here I just click the Volt Switch. So I'm really glad that I didn't click the HP Ice. I'm gonna Volt Switch out here into my Kyurem. Once again, I don't really have a lot to do to this thing. I'm hoping that Ice Beam 3 times will be able to kill, because he has, no, I think 2 Ice Beams. He's gonna go for the Sleep Talk here, and he is going to get the Curse, so it's whatever. Like I said, I really don't have a lot. I probably could have gone into Infernape, but once again, I didn't want to go into it and then get the Sleep Talk, liquidation and just hurt me a lot. And also I thought he might have been EQ, so I was scouting if he did click the sleep talk here. If he got the sleep talk EQ, it'd be nice to know if he has it on, and Kirim could take it. Kirim can take an EQ or liquidation. And I thought that'd be the only two moves he could have had. He's gonna sleep talk and get the rest again. And I believe here I go into Zero Orb thinking he had to click rest again. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my Zero Aura on the rest, as he does end up waking up here and indeed clicks rest. That could have been very scary, especially now that I think about it. He easily just could have clicked liquidation again, or just click the liquidation or the EQ, whichever one he had, and just pop my Zero Aura completely. Like, he could live at Ice Beam really easily, so, and waited to click rest, but luckily he doesn't. Or I'm just gonna fire off the Thunderbolt here. I'm gonna risk the sleep talk hit. It kind of the same scenario with week 1, where I decide I have to either sack my Zero or Infernate in order to get a big hit off on it, so that the other one could revenge the following turn. And I decided this match Zero Aura would probably be the one to sack, but he does end up just getting the curse here, luckily. And here is where I said it earlier, I wanted to click HPIs. I think it was actually here that I was thinking about, where I really wanted to click HPIs, predicting the Gliscor. But I was just like, if I have a chance to save my Zero Aura, this is the chance to do it. I decided to go for the Volt Switch, and obviously he goes into this. I'm just gonna go out into my Kirim. Kirim is pretty bulky. It has almost max HP, so it can take any hit from this Gliscor at any point. I just scared out with an Ice Beam. He's gonna just EQ here and get off some damage. So I'm glad I didn't try to stay in over predicting HP Ice or something like that. We're gonna eat that EQ up pretty well. And here he's gonna swap out into his Blastoise. And this is where I was thinking earlier, where I could kill with a couple Ice Beams. It was here because as you can see, he's a lot weaker than he was earlier. So I'm just gonna fire out the Ice Beam here, and I think he's still guaranteed to sleep. No, he should wake up this turn, I think. No, I guess not. I wouldn't have saved it otherwise. So I'm going to click the Ice Beam here, and he's going to stay asleep for another turn. And here, he either sacks this, or I'm getting a mean Ice Beam off on something. I think he actually miscounted Sleep Talk turns, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, I'm going to click the Ice Beam here. He's actually going to conserve this thing, and go out into this thing, the Blacephalon. As I'm just going to fire off the Ice Beam here. I didn't want him to stay in, and I really need to kill that Blastoise. Blastoise is obviously proven to be a very big problem for my team. Here I'm going to get the Freeze, which is really nice. Like I said, Blacephalon was a very scary mon for my team to deal with. Here I have to go into my Aromatisse, the only thing that can maybe take hits from it. Kind of make a misplay. In a second here you'll see. He actually ends up thawing out though first turn, which is nice for him. And honestly, I'm pretty, kind of happy to see it. Obviously, this Blacephalon is a problem, especially now that I went for Flame Charge. But it's just nice to see that he didn't get hacks or nothing. Here I click Protect because I was going to scout for the Z move. I completely forgot that this wasn't the Z user, as he actually had to go for the Mind Blown, which works in my favor because he ended up taking the recoil. He actually didn't know that you take the recoil. I knew that. Although I'm not afraid to admit that I was actually just scouting for the Z move when he doesn't have a Z move. And so he just took a lot of damage off that Mind Blown, and I'm just gonna take the Flamethrower. He's just gonna save it, and he's gonna get Moonblast into death pretty much. And we were actually talking about after the game, and if he killed my Aromatisse, he just swept my team completely. I just completely lost because he had the Flame Charge boost and he had the special attack boost, I believe, going. He was modest Flame Plate, so he completely swept my team. Just with Flamethrower. If he had... Oh, no, he didn't. I didn't think about this, actually. I had 30 on my Aggron, and we don't have to Mega first turn. So, my Aggron would have pretty much been dead, but he wouldn't have just swept me. I'm going to have to actually tell him that now that I think about it. But, yeah, he can go into his Blastoise because he outspeeds my Aromatisse and I cannot kill it, and he's just going to get the guaranteed rest off. I knew he'd have to click the rest there. I decided to go into my Zero Aura, and I decided to click Close Combat just to get some damage off neutrally on anything that he switches in. I was thinking that Close Combat plus HP Ice would kill if he went into Gliscor, which would most likely be what he did. But That was actually not the case if he's specially defensive. It doesn't. And I couldn't really tell based off that damage. It's just too little damage, so I don't risk it. I just go out into my Kyurem here as he ends up clicking the rocks, which is very mean against my team. I really need to get those rocks off the field. Except I don't think I brought hazard removal on this team. No, I didn't. So these rocks are going to be very, very annoying. But yeah, I clicked close combat there because close combat plus Thunderbolt killed the Blastoise, so it didn't matter. And like I said, I thought HPS might have been able to kill. I didn't do the calcs on Gliscor, but I didn't end up risking it. He's going to go into his Weavile here, and I decide to switch out in case he went for the Z move here, the Z Fightinium. As he ends up just clicking knockoff here, I was really confused as to why he went Weavile. I mean, he doesn't know what my last move is, so I easily could have just Draco'd this thing, and I'm eating a knockoff. Like, I'm really bulky, so I'm really confused as to why he went Weavile here. This was a play I completely disagreed with, and I thought there was no reason to save my Dust Noir at this point. Even though he has his Minch on the back, it just killed me anyways. I was so weak after the knockoff. So I just ended up going down, sacking my Dust Noir because I just don't agree with that play. I don't understand why he'd do that. Here I can just go into my Mega Aggro and I can get any hit. He's going to go here into his Gliscor, and I believe I predict that and click the HP Ice. I think. Or not the HP Ice, sorry, the Ice Punch. We'll see here. I might have just clicked actually the Heavy Slam. Yeah, because I think Heavy Slam plus Ice Punch was pretty close to killing. So I clicked the Heavy Slam here, and I'm pretty sure based off that damage, I see that it's physically defensive. So I know that HP Ice can kill next time around, as long as this Gliscor is barely chipped. Here's going to click EQ. I know I can eat this. I'm physically defensive. I'm a Mega Aggro, and I am taking that for days. And here I'm just going to click the Ice Punch here. And I'm hoping to pick up the KO on this Gliscor. And as we'll see here, we do not end up picking up the KO, but it does a lot. It definitely scares him. Here, I believe I just click that Heavy Slam as he goes into his Blastoise. Yeah, he's going to go into Blastoise here, and he's going to click, I click the Heavy Slam, I think. No, I swapped. Do I really predict this? Yes, man. Good plays, Tony. That was a good play. It makes sense that he can serve as Gliscor, I guess. But obviously, I'm just going to click the Thunderbolt here. I don't think I overpredict at all. Yeah, it's Thunderbolt. As you guys know from my week 1, if you did watch it, for the most part, when it comes to these 50-50s where they end up swapping back and forth, I don't ever end up over-predicting. I just attack what's in front of me and let them do the over-predicting. There's some cases where I do just click what's in, or like try to make the prediction if they're swapping back and forth. But in this case, I decided to attack what's in front of me, and I end up calling the Gliscor with the HP Ice as he stayed in. He can go into Mega Altaria here, and here I decide to go into my Mega Aggron. We'll see if he's special or not right now, and if he clicks the Fire Blast, or if anything, he clicked the Hyper Voice. I don't think he clicked the Fire Blast. Then we'll know, and we'll pretty much have to click X because Aromatisse is so weak after having to deal with the Blacephalon that I'm not really sure what I do. He ended up just going for the Cotton Guard though, and at this moment I was like, oh, this is pretty bad. Not really a ton I can do at this point. And so you can set up a second Cotton Guard. Smart play. Heavy Slam is still going to 2 KO this thing, I believe, even if he didn't set up the second one. Here I decide that I'm going to sack my Mega Aggron because Zeraora outspeed the Weavile and Infernape outspeed the Weavile. Or it doesn't outspeed, but it kills with a Mach Punch every single time. And Minchao was going to break through me. Mega Altaria obviously is what's in front of me, and I'm not beating the Blasters with the Mega Aggron set. So I decided I'm going to sack it off here, and I'm just going to keep Heavy Slamming over and over and over again. Maybe try to get a crit, or just at least just get some damage off on it. You can reveal the Roost here, and he did the EQ, his last probably return. So he thought he'd do, which is nice, but this Cotton Guard set is still proving to be very, very scary. I believe this part gets a little bit stally. I'm just going to keep clicking Heavy Slam here because I just want the chip off on this thing, because I'm pretty sure in the back Kyurem just kills with an Ice Beam and I outspeed because I put that much investment in my Kyurem. Honestly, there's a chance I didn't, depending on his spread. Like if he just went max, I don't think I outsped because of the way I crept. I might be wrong about that though. I'm not 100% sure, but nonetheless, he's gonna get scared out by my Kyurem, and he's gonna probably die to an Ice Beam after Heavy Slam damage. So I'm just gonna keep heavy slamming, like I said, but let my Mega Aggron go down, and just come in with the Kyurem and do the Ice Beam afterwards. So yeah, here he's just gonna keep attacking me. He's gonna EQ. We're gonna live, and like I said, we're gonna keep heavy slamming. I'm gonna spoil it now. We don't end up ever getting a crit, which is, I mean, sucks for us. Crit would have been nice, but it's cool that we got no hacks. I mean, you don't ever really want to pray for hacks when you don't necessarily need it right away. Like, we don't need it here, in my mind. Like, we're fine. So, here I'm just gonna, like I said, just keep heavy slamming. I think I just click Ice Punch this turn, just in case I can get the freeze. Speaking of, like, no wishing for hacks, and because I knew I could live this EQ, so yeah, I mean, if I happen to get the Ice Punch freeze and I get it, if not, I just click the heavy slam again. The following turn, just get off the heavy slam damage I need. Like I said, we did end up living the EQ. We heavy slam, and I'm gonna keep slamming heavy slam at this point. Not gonna go for the freeze or nothing. He's just gonna kill me with the EQ here. And so I'm gonna go with my Mega Aggro on it, and like I said a few turns before, I'm just gonna be able to go into my Kyurem here and fire off the Ice Beam and do a lot of damage and just scare this Mega Altaria out. Unless you have to stay in and sack it, that'd be cool. Just thinking that maybe he somehow outspeeds me because he saw that I was bulky or whatever. But he is not going to do that play. He's just going to go out into probably his Blastoise. Yep. And I believe I just clicked off Ice Beam. I didn't care about predicting it or nothing. It's whatever. I did not want to mess around with that Mega Altaria. Although, to be fair, I could have predicted. I think in the game, I didn't think about the fact that I could outspeed it. I thought about the fact that return, I could live with the Roselli Berry after one round of rocks, but after a second one I couldn't. Now, for some reason, thinking that he had a DD up, or just said he straight up killed me, or that he outsped me. So I think I could have probably swapped and predicted that and went to Zero Aura, but I didn't. Here you can go for the Sleep Talk and finally reveal what his last move is, which is the Liquidation, which is unfortunate that he gets it, because like I said, getting put into potential Ice Shard range is unfortunate, and because now here I'm going to click the Thunderbolt. It's pretty free, and he's actually going to Sleep Talk again here, and as you're going to see right about now, he is once again going to get Liquidation. You don't actually see it. I forgot Sleep Talk goes off first. He got Liquidation twice in a row, so that was a 1 in 6 chance, or like a 16% chance of that happening. And that's unfortunate, because even though I don't die here, I am now in Rocks range. So okay, so yeah. Sorry, there's a little cut there. So it's like I said, it was a little unfortunate that he got the double Liquidation, the 1 in 9 chance. Never mind. It was a 1 in 9 chance of him doing that, so like an 11% chance of that happening, and he got it. So now there's no point in me road switching out. Here I'm gonna Thunderbolt because I knew there's no reason, because I thought I could kill with an HP Ice even if he went into Mega Altaria. As you can see, I actually end up don't killing, and I was surprised by that. I honestly like flipped my shit when I saw that in the game, because I was like, what the fuck is that roll? Excuse my language, I usually don't cuss in these, but like, I mean, I thought that was amazing. And as you can see here, he is actually gonna once again live the HP Ice, and so I'm realizing slowly, like, this isn't a roll, this is just a very specially defensive Mega Altaria. I actually looked after the game, he had like almost max HP, I think, and like 148 special defense, like with the careful nature. Like, he was very specially defensive. I never asked why. I'm not really sure why even to this moment, but I mean, I guess it ended up working out, and he's just gonna be able to roost up over and over and over and over again, and I'm just forced to HP Ice over and over again. There's, like I said, there's no point in saving the Zero Aura. I died at rocks, so I'm gonna keep HP Icing. He's just gonna set up to +6, but it's gonna be the same scenario with Mega Aggron, where I'm just gonna let myself go down to get the chip, and then Kyurem will be able to kill or just scare it out in the back afterwards. So it's really not that big of a deal to me. So I'm just gonna once again just stay in, just keep HP Icing. Once this part does get solid, because it's gonna try to set up. So I'm just gonna keep attacking over and over and over again, and And so we're just going to just keep HP icing as he brews, staying cotton guards up over and over and over again. And I'm gonna HP ice here. Like I said, it's gonna get kinda stally. And eventually he will be able to, he will eventually kill us. And at this point the timer is getting pretty like short. I think there's about 15 turns or so. Or not 15 turns, 15 minutes or so left. Here he finally does just end up killing me, clicks the EQ. So I do end up just getting KO'd here by the EQ, not a big deal. And so down I go, and here I'm going to my Kyurem and get scared out or kill this thing with an ice beam. He ends up swapping out, so I do scared out. I just click the ice beam as he does once again go into his shell shock. And here I'm going to ice beam because there's really no point in me like over predicting. I needed the Altaria gone. Altaria is now actually getting really scary, and he does indeed. I do here go into my Infernape because he had to click the rest here, and this is really my only thing breaking this this rest talk Blastoise at this point. Here I'm gonna click, because he is specially defensive, we have a pretty decent chance at killing with a Z or with a Z Flare Blitz plus close combat plus another move, I think. So that's gonna be my play here. I'm gonna click the Z Flare Blitz, or is it Flare Blitz? Yeah, because we're physical. So I'm gonna click the Z Flare Blitz here. I don't want to click the close combat first because if he does get the Sleep Talk Liquidation, then at -1 he kills us. But if we're not -1 yet, then we don't die to the liquidation. So I do just end up going for the Z Flare Blitz, and as long as he doesn't get 2 liquidations out of Sleep Talk, we can win this game still. Because Altaria died to a Gunk Shot, Weavile died to Mach Punch, and he didn't bring Ice Shard, I don't think. He didn't mention it. So, plus Weavile plus, I'm pretty sure Weavile plus, yeah, he didn't have Ice Shard. He'll tell me after the game, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm pretty sure Kyurem beat Weavile and Altaria anyways. So here I'm going to click close combat. He did end up getting the first liquidation as you saw. And I'm going to click close combat now. It doesn't matter, obviously. And as you're going to see right here, he does end up getting the Sleep Talk off. And he does end up getting the second liquidation off. So that was a 1 in... what's 27 times 3? Like a 1 in 81 chance. Is that right? Yeah, 1 in 81 chance. Or a less than 2% chance of getting 4 Sleep Talk liquidations in a row, and he got it. So at that point, I was unfortunate here. I gotta try to click the Ice Beam here, but as you're gonna see, he does end up, or timer does end up going out. I actually ended up forfeiting with like a minute left. I was just sick of the battle at that point. The fact that he got the 2% was really annoying. I wasn't winning the game because the timer, but it was like the fact that he got it was just really frustrating to me. So I left. We ended up losing 4-2, so in a 2-0. Had I just gotten like maybe the crit with the, an Ice Beam at the right time and killed that Mega Altaria, we probably could have won it. Or had we killed the Blastoise there, he would have gone to Weavile probably. Or the Mean Shao. I think Mean Shao was scarfed? I don't know. Basically, I don't think because of just the Mega Altaria set being so specially defensive, we could have won due to the timer, the time still allowed. So just the Mega Altaria set just completely threw a wrench in the whole plan, and him getting 4 liquidations in a row really just pissed me off in the battle. It was close. Maybe I could have brought it back if we had more time. I mean, Weavile, like I said, died to Mach Punch. He didn't have Ice Shard. If depending on his Mean Shell set, maybe Inferno could have been that. It just came down to whether he was scarfed. I killed with the Flare Blitz, but whether he was scarfed or not, I don't remember. I didn't know we were talking about it after the game. But even if he was scarfed, he would have had to click either poison jab or high jump kick, and I would either go into Kiram or into Aromatisse, and then I could wish up with Aromatisse or roost up, and then Kiram and Aromatisse beat either both beat Weavile and Altaria, probably. And from there, it just came down to the mean shot once again. So it would have been pretty close had there been more time. But nonetheless, GG. GG to Dreadful. We now move down to 1 and 2. I think -4. So yeah, next week we go against Coach. I think we play Blinn next week. No, we don't play Blinn. We play Coach Tone and his Miami Marlins. Malamarlins. I think that's how you say it. But anyways, I'm gonna just hop out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Sorry, had this battle been kind of clustered, or just my recent battles when it comes to them. I just haven't had time. I'm trying to get them all caught up. Almost caught up though. And then we'll get back to kind of my regular, more composed videos where I know what I'm talking about and I'm not stuttering a bunch. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Shady, and I'm out. Peace.